Operator remaining.
No time for haters, I see you later. Try to put up barriers, but I never get through the bitchy fakers. Blind to them fake. When they're screaming out your name, everyone in the crowd, you know that you made it. King on the throne, baby, who never fall. That's right, you know that you made it. You know that you made it. You know that you made it. You know that you made it.
Check the bio container. Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission start.
What is going on, everybody? Arcade here. Hope you all having a good day. Sorry if I sound a little dead today. Been on the sick side of things, but I want to make a video for you guys today to talk about coming changes to Rainbow Six Siege. For starters, Ubisoft is making changes to maps to make it harder for people to spawn kill. Now, this has caused a bit of a stir in the community. There's a huge uproar going on. The community is divided. And this is going to happen with any game, any community when it comes to any kind of change being made. It can be a shooter, can be a MOBA, can be an RPG. If any changes are made to a game, there's going to be a divided community on whether or not they like the changes or they're against the changes, and there's going to be just backlash back and forth between the community members, and just to arguing about whether or not the change that was made was needed. For me, though, I can see both sides of this argument in Siege when it comes to spawn killing. Some people are pissed that changes are being made to make spawn killing harder or outright impossible to do. Now, some are happy Ubisoft is finally doing something about it, because it is, in a way, kind of an issue if people are voicing their opinion to the company saying they need to do something about it. So apparently there's an issue with spawn killing in Siege. Now, the way I see spawn killing is something that's a part of the game, and for that I mean this game. This isn't Call of Duty. It's not a team of people sitting in one spot repeatedly killing players over and over again. It's one or two people picking through windows to attempt to get a quick kill, and that's it. It's a double-edged sword, because the spawn killer could indeed get a kill or two, or he could get killed himself, hurting his team and making it a 5v4 at the beginning of the game. And so it's not like this is, like I said, it's not Call of Duty where someone just killing people over and over again. This is a dangerous thing to do if you are a defensive player, because you're putting yourself out there. People are going to be looking for you to spawn kill if they see a crack in a window or a window that's already down. They're going to expect to get spawn killer. So you could get killed and cost your team, because you already died at the beginning of the game before anyone has even started setting up effectively. Another thing is spawn killing keeps offense on their toes. That's another reason why I think it's something that's a part of the game. Without it, attackers would just slowly make their way to the building, not even caring about checking corners and being careful. They just go ahead, rush to the building, and start doing the attacking thing. Attackers need to be more careful, and when you have spawn killing, it makes them be more careful. It makes them watch their corners. It makes them pre-fire at windows. Save their drones from the pre-phase to look around for roamers that may try to spawn kill. Know those locations where people would peek. And it's not like it's hard. Everyone who plays this game a lot knows where all the windows are for spawn peekers. Like if you're playing on Canal, you know that someone is possibly going to be in that window in a little tower. You know that someone might be in a little walkway between the two buildings. If you're playing on House, someone's going to be peeking above the garage, or someone's going to be peeking in kid's bedroom, or someone's going to maybe jump out a window near the little watchtower. So you know these things. You can watch videos if you're new to the game to figure out where all these spawn peeking locations are at. So it's not like no one knows where people spawn kill from. So it's just all about being smart and being aware of surrounding where the game. And I think that's good for Siege, because Siege is the kind of game where you want to be intelligent, you want to be tactical, and you want to pay attention to the game itself. And I think spawn killing, it helps people get into the game and get into the mood, and if you don't have it, then you just have a boring attacking phase where people are just slowly pushing their way to the eject instead of watching around and being smart. All this is already part of the game, which is why I see it as not a I don't see it as a bad thing. It's not something that Ubisoft thought would be a terrible thing, and I don't see spawn killing as a bad aspect of the game. I don't see it as a cheap tactic. I see it as an effective way to make the attackers move around. Even if you don't even get a kill, the thought that someone may be spawn killing is going to cause the attackers to spawn at a different location or to waste some ammo or to, be more, on their toes. If you get spawn kill, it's more your own fault than it is anything else. Pay attention and be ready for anything you play this game. That's part of playing Siege. You have to be paying attention and be ready for whatever comes. I find myself I myself find spawn killers to be extremely annoying, but I don't really get spawn killed a lot. And if I do get spawn killed, I don't get mad at them. I get mad at myself because I should have been smart. I should have known better. I shouldn't be rushing to the building. I should be making sure that before I make my attack approach that I looked and checked my corners and make sure the windows weren't broken or open. I had a situation before where I was playing as a Sabana and I ran towards the building and I saw like a crack in the window, and so I started shooting that window, and lo and behold, Jaeger was there, and I missed my shot because I aimed too low, and he got a headshot. Now, most people get pissed off and be like, "Oh, fuck Jaeger, blah 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 blah." Me, I was like, "Fuck, I should have freaking had that kill. I should have did a better job aiming." There's another situation where I forgot what map I was playing on, but someone spawned peeking a window, and I had my drone like behind them, and I didn't, if you don't know already, don't spot on drones because it makes people run away. So if you just have your drone go in and just look at where their position is, you have an advantage over that player because they don't know that you know where they're at. So I have a drone behind the person, and I saw where he was at. So I just did a little peek to the right and then popped a few shots, got a headshot. So it's not a hard thing to prevent spawn killing. It's just gotta know what you're doing and you gotta know how to play the game. It's more of an experience than anything else. And before someone say, "Oh, this is all spoken like a true spawn killer," I don't spawn kill. I've owned this game since launch and been playing it since the first alpha on console. Through that time, I've got maybe 2 spawn kills entirely. I probably tried spawn killing maybe 3 or 4 times total throughout my entire time playing Siege. I don't care to try it. It's not my thing. You can Siege has a lot of things that you can do. So you can spawn clear, you can get roamer, you can be someone's objective. It has a lot of ways for you to play the game. And any tactic, it helps your team or hurt your team, and it keeps the flow going, keeps the game fresh. Another thing I would say, if you have an issue with spawn killers, pick your location better. There's a lot of locations you can spawn in where there's no line of sight on your position. So be smart when you're spawning in that. Don't just pick a random spawn and get mad if you got shot through the window. So to change the subject to another thing that has the community, divided is whether or not Glaz should be nerfed. In the coming patch, the rifle will be getting a damage nerf and added recoil. As well, 2 commonly paid characters are going to have their smoke grenades taken away from them and given to other characters. So the question is, does Glaz deserve to be nerfed, and is this the right way to nerf him? Now, in my opinion, he needs to be nerfed. He's a sniper that is basically now a one-man armed character. This is a team-based game. One character can't be allowed to dictate the entire match. Before video, I showed a clip of what Glaz can do, and that's just in an average player's hands. I have another clip where, it's a 1v4 situation, and I have Glaz and I clutch it. And it's not because I'm good at the game. It's not because I'm a good player. I'm average, but Glaz makes an average player look like a pro league player because he's that overpowered the way his abilities are when it comes to thermal sight and his attachments. So how do you fix that? How do you fix Glaz? What's the problem with Glaz? Well, the problem with him is 2 things. His thermal sights make it to where you don't even have to be good at the game or have any skill to get a kill. Just look for any piece of yellow around you and you get an immediate kill because it's not hard to see through a sight. Any person who's an enemy will be highlighted as a yellow target. Now, his smoke grenades can only be seen through by his thermal sight. So you can throw 2 or 3 smoke grenades into the objective room, walk in, pick the entire team off by yourself, without them even knowing that where your location is because of smoke grenades. And that makes him a one-man army character, and that's where the overpowerness comes from. That combination of smoke grenades in his thermal sight. Now, if you take one of those away, he's not an overpowered character. So which one do you fix? The way I'd fix it is pretty simple. Take away his smoke grenades. You don't have to do anything to thermal sight, just take away his smoke grenades. Glaz should have literally just a claymore. That's it. This is a team-based game, so in order for Glaz to do the smoke tactic, he should have to rely on his teammates to be bringing smoke grenades. If I'm playing in a full team of 5 and I pick Glaz, I should be like, hey, Do you mind picking a freaking thermite or ash okay, so he has smoke grenades, or would you pick capital so he can smoke arrows? So make it a team thing where you want your teammates to help you out by bringing in some smoke grenades so you can do the tactic. You shouldn't be allowed to do it yourself because it just makes you a solo character in a one-man army. Glaz is a very predictable character now. Like it's come to a point to where if there's one person alive on an attacking team, you know it's Glaz because he's not going to push until the end of the round. And there's always a Glaz on the attacking team. So usually in Siege before his patch, you didn't know who the other attackers were going to be until you started, spot on cameras. But now you already know they're going to have a Glaz because everyone picks Glaz. He's one of the top pick players now on consoles and on PC as well. And like again, he makes people who are average at the game look like pro league players. So he's making bad players look good, and that's where the problem is. You can't have a character that makes people who aren't good at the game look good at the game. You can't. If the character is elevating people without them having to actually be good at the game, that means the character is unbalanced. You can't have anything unbalanced in the game. I know Glaz mains are don't nerf Glaz. Everyone's talking about he is. If you don't think Glaz is overpowered, then you're just blind. And with all that said, you don't have to have any changes to his recoil or damage. Leave the gun alone when it comes to recoil and damage. Just take away his smoke grenades, and that's it. That's the only change you need to make to Glaz, and he'll be fine. Make him a team character to where he has to rely on others to use a certain tactic. There are a lot more things to talk about when it comes to upcoming things in Siege, but I'll save that for another video. So with all that said, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoy. Please leave any thoughts you have in the comment section below. Enjoy your day, people. Peace out.